Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I do weekly meal ideas. Don't forget to stick around to the end for our favorite dinner of the week that my daughter actually helped me cook, and it really helps my channel out. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video as well. Let's get started. I'm going to start off with the easiest meal of the week. It was slow cooker orange chicken. You were just going to start by putting, I don't know, a couple pounds of chicken in your slow cooker, add a few tenders and a couple of breasts that I needed to use up. And then you're going to top it with half a cup of barbecue sauce, half a cup of orange marmalade jam, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You're going to cook it on high for 4 hours if it's frozen chicken, which some of mine was, or low for 6. And then I think it was about an hour or so before I thought they were ready, I took the chicken out, cut them up into bite-sized pieces, and then put it in again for another 30 minutes or so just to kind of soak up the juices, and just topped it with rice, and it was really good. I have another slow cooker meal for you. We made pineapple tacos, which were really good. This whole week I've made things that we have never made before, so it was really fun. You're going to start by putting in 2 or 3 large, these were frozen too, chicken breasts into your slow cooker, topping it with minced garlic, lime juice, kosher salt, cumin, 2 tablespoons of adobo sauce, and then you're going to chop up 2 of the chipotles also that were in the adobo sauce, a full cup of pineapple juice, and about half a cup of crushed pineapple. I didn't have any crushed pineapple, so I just had the chunks and I diced them up. And then you're going to top that all with 1/3 of a cup of water and cook it on high for 4 hours if your chicken's frozen, or low for 6. And as always, I will have all of the recipes linked down below for exact measurements in case I don't have exact for you off the top of my head. And once it's ready, you're just going to shred up all of your chicken. I had already done this and then cooked it for another 30 minutes because I thought it needed a few more, but mine cooked so fast, I always try to keep my eye on it. But I served it with a side of rice, and my husband actually ended up adding some pineapple chunks to his and said that that made it even better. And next I'm going to make butter chicken in the slow cooker, but I'm going to start this on the stove with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and a diced onion, and then you're going to add about a tablespoon of minced garlic, your seasoning mix, which I will have linked down below, and a whole can of tomato paste, and you're just going to stir all that together until it's incorporated. And then you're going to transfer that to your slow cooker, then top it with, you can use chicken breast or chicken thighs, but I had chicken thighs I needed to use up, so that's what I used. And then you're going to top that with a frozen bag, or you could use fresh cauliflower, but I had a frozen bag that I needed to use up, a whole can of coconut milk, and then a whole can of tomato sauce, and then you're gonna just stir that up a little bit, top it with half a stick of butter, and cook that on low for 6 hours. And if you've ever had butter chicken, you'll just have to let me know down below. This was our first time, and we learned that we like our curry type dishes sweeter. So next time I'd probably put in like a tablespoon of sugar, but we ended up mixing in Mike's hot honey. I don't know if you've ever had that before, but it added a little bit of heat and a little bit of sweetness to it, and it was amazing. It took away that acidic taste too of all that tomato, which I know this is how that dish is supposed to be, but we decided to make a little switch with ours. And if you ever make this and it's like that for you too, just add a little bit of honey, a little bit of sugar, and it sent it to another level. And now I'm going to make my second favorite meal of the week, chicken noodle casserole. It's pretty much like tuna casserole, but with chicken and a couple different variations of it. Anyway, you're going to start with either half a bag or a full bag of frozen peas and carrots. I just happen to have half a bag. A can of cream of celery, a can of cream of chicken, a cup of milk, a cup of mayonnaise. And it didn't call for any seasonings, but I felt like it needed it. So I added in some minced onion, celery, salt, and poultry seasoning to mine. And then you're going to add in 2 cans, 2 of them. I don't remember how many ounces, but they're the larger cans of canned chicken, and 2 cups of shredded cheddar. And I'm not gonna lie, I like mayonnaise, but the whole cup of it really freaked me out with this dish. I didn't even tell my husband about it at first because I was afraid he wouldn't even eat it. But you can't even tell, like, it adds this extra creaminess to it. And we also use Duke's mayonnaise, so that made a difference. And you're going to mix everything together, and I didn't think that the noodles were going to all fit in that bowl too, so I ended up just pouring the mixture into the pot with the noodles in it. And then you're going to just pour it into a baking dish. And I apologize for the view you're going to have with me pouring it into a dish. I don't know what I was thinking, but mistakes were made, and you're going to stare at my pot for a minute, but you get the idea. But once you have this into a pan, you're going to top it with panko crumbs and about half a stick of melted butter. And you're going to cook it for at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. The canned chicken made this a pretty easy dish to put together, but I think it would be even better with some fresh chicken, and my husband agrees. He is not a huge fan of the canned chicken, I found out with this one, but otherwise, everyone in my family loved this, which is pretty rare, honestly. That everyone, it's usually 3 or 4 of us, but all of us, that's a rare thing. And now we are going to make some Mexican stuffed shells. My daughter is helping me, and she is putting in 25 of the jumbo shells into a boiling pot of water. And then we are going to brown our meat. And once your meat is almost ready, you're going to toss in a pack of taco seasoning. I don't know why. I don't usually wait until the end. I just feel like the seasonings get incorporated more when you're cooking it a little bit extra, but it could just be my imagination. And now she is going to be mixing around 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I thought she did a really good job mixing that around. And once the shells are ready, be sure to take them off and of course drain them and rinse them really well with cold water, not just to stop the cooking process, but so you can actually handle them in order to stuff them. And then you're just gonna coat the bottom of a baking dish with salsa and set up your shell stuffing station. I ended up actually holding the shells, and she put the stuffing in it. It just made the whole process work easier. Then she had the idea that I needed to put the shells over by me so I wouldn't keep reaching over her. You'd have to know her to think that that's funny, because it is. She's full of great ideas though. And then once you have all your shells stuffed, you're going to top it with any kind of taco sauce you want. We use the Taco Bell, and you're going to bake it at 350 for 20 minutes. And then when 20 minutes is up, you're going to take it out and top it with cheese and bake it for 10 more minutes. And it was so good. Like, I cannot wait to make these again. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Have a great day.